This is Hokies All Access, produced by your official local television home of the Virginia Tech Hokies, in association with Virginia Tech Sports Properties. Hokies All Access.
Yes. Hi, everyone. I'm Jermaine Ferrell, hoping your day is wonderful and blessed. And like butter, let's get on a roll, baby, with a little thing we like to call Hokies All Access. Now, in our opening drive segment of Hokies All Access with first quarter action, last Friday, Virginia Tech held its annual Pro Day for more than 50 NFL coaches, scouts, and personnel men. Following weigh-ins and measurements, 12 players were tested in the broad jump, the press, bench press, and vertical jump in the Hokies weight room before on-field drills and the 40-yard dash taking place in the Beamer Lawson indoor practice facility. Now, with no in-person NFL scouting combine in Indianapolis this year due to COVID-19 protocols, the importance of on-campus pro days becomes even more heightened.
It was great. Just being able to go out there and move around again. These past 3 months have been a little difficult with my surgery, doing a lot of rehab. Just going out there and moving around again in front of all the scouts and the coaches and GMs. I feel like I had a great day.
I got to control what I can control. I got a great report from Dr. Watkins about the season. Really, the only negative about the situation is just not being able to go put up the numbers, that I was supposed to go put up. And I'm just thankful to still be in this position, to have an opportunity to showcase my talent at the next level. And, whatever team grabs me is going to have the best corner in the draft.
Now, based on a variety of mock drafts and preliminary projections, cornerback Caleb Farley and offensive tackle Christian Darrisaw are anticipated to become Tech's second duo of first-round draftees. Now, back to Christian Darrisaw, the Petersburg native is taking on a new project off the field and giving back to the community. Ryan Moy explains why Darrisaw is partnering up with Roanoke's Ronald McDonald House Charities.
This is my new hero, Christian Darrisaw.
He played 3 seasons for the Hokies, but since declaring for the NFL draft, Christian Darrisaw has also found a new role off the field as an ambassador with the Ronald McDonald House Charities of Southwest Virginia in Roanoke.
It's definitely life-changing for families. For families to come here and live like rent-free, you don't have to worry about anything. The kids are getting taken care of, and like I said, it's life-changing. I want to bring that awareness here.
Helping those in need comes natural for the Virginia Tech offensive lineman, and it's something he and his father have in common.
Just a young black male doing something out here for families. And it's a very special moment, especially to me as a father. I enjoy helping kids. That's something that I do. I like to speak to kids, mentor kids, and to become the ambassador of the Ronald McDonald House and to come to Roanoke and speak is it's a proud moment for me.
Stephanie Carroll is the charity's director of special events and community development, and she thinks Christian is the best person for the job.
He was just a blessing to me. I felt like that God had touched us in a way to give us this person and this character that he can do what we try to do daily, but he has such a broad base to be able to do it with.
I just knew it was something I wanted to do, and helping kids is really what I'm really passionate about, and having this off the field, life-changing, this project. I'm blessed to be a part of it.
Darrisaw is used to creating space off the field for his teammates every Saturday. Now he'll be making room for those families who need it on a daily basis.
And thank you so much, Ryan. Now, the RMHC serves as a home away from home for families of sick and injured children who come to the Roanoke area for medical attention. The organization cares for about 700 families per year. All right, folks, it is full booth time. And, of course, when we're talking about full booth, I can't do it alone. I need great teammates, and these are 2 great teammates. The voice of the Hokies, John Laser, and, of course, Virginia Tech Hall of Famer Mike Burnup. What is up, gentlemen?
Big Daddy, got that Easter energy. I like it.
Yeah, I tell you.
He's fired up today. We love it.
Hey, I'm hopping my way to greatness.
That's a scary thought.
I know, that's a bad one. Well, we just came out of a story on Christian Darrisaw. He's helping out with the Ronald McDonald House in Roanoke, Virginia. And guys, first of all, just talk about just Christian Darrisaw as a player and as a person, because that's one thing, we talk about what these guys do on the field, but off the field, when they give back, that's big time.
Yeah, I think it's certainly expected because that's the kind of kid that we know him to be, kind of man, I suppose we should say at his size and age at this point. But he's always been one of those people that has wanted to use his platform to help people. And I love the fact that he's doing that even ahead of being drafted in the NFL, recognizing that that platform is going to expand, but keeping it here local as well in this area and in this region. So he's a guy that you absolutely root for, not just because he was not heralded coming out of high school, but also because of who he is and just kind of the quiet, solid leader type. If that sounds like a franchise left tackle, then that's exactly what it should.
Yeah, what a great young man he is, and what he's developed into. When you think about it, he wasn't highly recruited, and he kind of worked his way up, took the hard knocks, never complained, played hurt. You know, he's just a great ambassador for Virginia Tech. And to give him back like he is, I mean, I think that's just fantastic, because he knows how hard he had to work to get where he is. And I'm happy for him. And, you know, he's going to be a first-round pick. He tested well. He's battled injuries, and I just think he's an incredible human being, and very humble, kind. He's kind of one of those gentle giants. You look at him and you think about, man, this guy's just a normal old guy, but when he gets on the field, he kind of flips a switch, because he was just one of the best offensive linemen we've ever had around here. So I'm happy as heck for him. Glad he's giving back and knows where his roots are.
One other thing real quick, anything else that stood out to you guys during the pro day for Virginia Tech last Friday?
I thought Divine Diablo did a phenomenal job of raising his stock. He was probably a fringe second to third round guy going into pro day. I'd be stunned if he wasn't taken in the second round based upon what he did, showcasing the speed, but also the strength and the agility with the vertical jump. I thought he was tremendous. I thought Khalil Herbert also had a phenomenal showing. Running backs have been so devalued, he probably doesn't get taken before the fifth round, but I do think that he showcased he could be an NFL starter, particularly with that speed. You know, he surprised some of us when he got here, but then running a 4.45 in that pro day, certainly that's elite speed at the running back position. And then Caleb Farley not participating, of course, didn't really hurt him when he posted an unofficial 4.24, and speed is king. So I think all three of those guys, along with Darisaw, are going to be drafted for sure. And hopefully guys like Jared Hewitt will get an opportunity too.
Yeah, there were a lot of guys there, and hopefully they'll all get a shot somewhere. But as far as, when ladies talked about Divine Diablo, I mean, you know, there's so many coaches, they'll talk about, you want him to be off the bus first, you know, look like Tarzan, play like Jane. Well, he looks like Tarzan and plays like him. I mean, the guy's a phenomenal athlete, and they liken him to Cam Chancellor, who we know pretty well how great he was and all that sort of thing. So, yeah, he helped himself out dramatically. He was just on point the whole day. Love it for Khalil Herbert. He ran such a good time, and, you know, his footwork he showed, I guess, in the pass blocking certainly helped. And so happy for him, too, because he had such a great year, the 1 year that he was here. And, yeah, I mean, it was great to see those guys, and a great turnout by the NFL people. I mean, there were a lot of people here, and that was certainly fantastic. Show off your facilities a little bit and get a little pub. So, yeah, love it for Christian and Caleb. You know, hated he got hurt and had to have that surgery. Hopefully it'll all work out for him and he'll be nice and healthy. And I just hope those other guys can get a shot somewhere, because so many times that's all you need is just to be in the right place at the right time.
Well, guys, again, full booth. I tell you, the time flies when we're having fun. We're talking football. We're talking about, obviously, Virginia Tech, the players getting ready for pro day. But next week, we're going to spend a little more time. We're going to talk about spring, because by that time, we're near the end of the spring session. And we're going to spend some more time next week talking about the football team as they get rocking and rolling for the 2021 season. And, guys, again, thank you so much. I wish you both a happy Easter. I hope that you know, the Easter Bunny leaves you a lot of Reese's peanut butter eggs. That's my candy of choice. What is y'all's Easter candy of choice, if you had one, real quick?
I'm with you, my man. That's my favorite, too.
Yeah, anything with chocolate and peanut butter is fantastic. Not a big fan of those marshmallow things, though. I don't like those very much.
No Peeps.
I can see, Jermaine,
Mikey
you must
likes
have
his Peeps, but not the candy Peeps.
Jermaine, you must have the biggest Easter basket around.
Yeah, it's a lot to fit in there, but you know, it's funny. I mean, I know, Mike, you say my peeps are out there, like Stephen Peoples, my peeps. So I figured you might like Peeps a little bit. I was a little surprised there.
Yeah, well, we don't want to mess with that one there, Jermaine.
Well, guys, again, happy Easter. Enjoy your weekend coming up, and thank you so much. We'll see you next week, as we'll have more Full Booth next week, guys.
Thanks, Big Daddy. Happy Easter.
Sounds good, Jermaine. Keep hopping around, brother.
I'll definitely hop to it. Well, coming up next on Hokies All Access, David Guzman checks in on a former Virginia Tech wrestler preparing for the Olympic trials. Stick and stay, please.
Produced by your official local television home of the Hokies. This is Hokies All Access.
And welcome back to the Maroon and Orange Express, also known as Hokies All Access with second quarter action. This weekend, the U.S. Olympic trials in wrestling will take place in Fort Worth, Texas. And one former Hokie is hoping to punch his ticket to Tokyo for the Summer Games. Ty Waltz will compete in the 97-kilogram division. David Guzman takes a look at how Waltz is benefiting from an extra year of preparation in this week's Hokie Highlights segment.
Ty Waltz remembers how it felt to learn that his Olympic dreams would have to wait an entire year because of the coronavirus pandemic.
That seems like it was so long ago now at this point, and so much has happened since then, and I feel like I've grown and changed so much since then. But that very much so was a whirlwind of emotions.
The former Virginia Tech wrestler was set to compete in the Olympic trials last April before the Tokyo Games were postponed to this summer.
That's how you kind of make a dream real, is to imagine yourself there and take the steps towards creating it and making it as real as possible in your head so you can imagine it as well as you can. And obviously this makes that dream a little bit more foggy because you're not sure how realistic it is going to be.
But the 2017 ACC champion knows how to adapt and has made the most of the extra time to prepare.
For me, it was a huge benefit. I feel like I'm very young in my career still. I still have so much to learn and so much getting better to do that I saw it as another benefit. I can't see it any other way either because I know I got better.
The time spent off the mat proved to be just as important as the training on it. Waltz spending much of the past year poring over film from past matches.
I've definitely noticed some improvement. The way I look at wrestling, the way I understand it has improved, and something that I've always neglected and that now has given me the benefit and the time to do it. And I think it's going to pay some serious dividends moving forward.
And while Waltz hopes to wear the red, white, and blue in Tokyo, he knows he's already worn the maroon and orange very well.
The ability to represent Virginia Tech while doing exactly what I would dream of doing, it's incomparable to anything that I could imagine.
Waltz was a three-time All-American during his time with the Hokies. Now he's a competition away from becoming an Olympian and representing the United States of America on the sport's biggest stage. Back to you.
Thank you so much, David. Coming up next on Hokies All Access, we hear from head football coach Justin Fuentes. He talks about spring football and the pandemic in this week's Coach's Corner. This is Hokies All Access.
Produced by your official local television home of the Hokies. This is Hokies All Access.
And welcome back to Hokies All Access with third quarter action. The Virginia Tech Hokies football team, they're in the middle of spring football practice. Fans got the news of the spring football game being canceled for the second straight year. Head coach Justin Fuente gives us a big picture view of the reason behind the cancellation in this week's Coach's Corner.
It's a pretty complex situation. I think one thing that maybe has been lost and should be commended through this entire process has been the teamwork that's been on display through a litany of levels, from the town of Blacksburg, the Virginia Tech athletics, and that goes all the way through the medical system, through campus police, Blacksburg police. For a year, these groups have been working together to try and navigate these unprecedented times. So, there's no one. I kind of hear side things about who said we should do it, we shouldn't do it. The bottom line is, for a year now, these groups have been working together to try and navigate this pandemic, and they've done an exceptional job. We've got 30,000 college students here, and you can imagine the litany of discussions at different levels that happen. And I think what should be applauded is the teamwork that's going on here from different agencies and groups to try and navigate this community as a whole through this whole thing. And basically, by and large, we all feel like we're kind of, I don't want to overstep my bounds here, but we feel like we're close to breaking through onto the other side of this year-long battle. And, basically the overwhelming thought was the worst thing we could do is set ourselves up to take a gigantic leap backwards. And it's disappointing for everybody. There's nothing better than a beautiful spring day in Blacksburg with fans in the stands and all of the pomp and circumstance that goes on with that. But it just, through various levels, it became just not prudent to push through at this point in time. There's just a tremendous amount of uncertainty on whether we'll practice on a day-to-day basis. And like I said, I think everybody feels like we're close here. And setting ourselves up to take a gigantic step backwards as a community, I think is kind of the prevailing thought. I hope I'm not speaking out of turn. My observations from what I've seen of people working together should be the story, should be all of us with our own interests working together to try and navigate this thing. I think that the leaders have done a fantastic job and should be commended.
Indeed, great words from Coach Fuente. Coming up on Hokies All Access, we see how the Virginia Tech baseball team is making it happen in the classroom. This is Hokies All Access.
Produced by your official local television home of the Hokies. This is Hokies All Access.
Hokies All Access back on the scene with fourth quarter action. The Virginia Tech baseball team's having a successful season on the field. They are also doing the same thing in the classroom. And with their helps of our good buddies over at Hokie Vision, academic coordinator Mike Swanhart and head baseball coach John Sheff discussing the importance of academics in the Virginia Tech baseball team.
Our academic support system here for our players, very, very important, obviously, for our success in general. Our academic advisor, Mike Swanhart, who kind of handles our guys, has a really successful, proven program.
One of the things that I like to focus on is player development, human development, personal development, making these guys as good as they can be in the classroom, the same way that the coaching staff does on the field. Part of the way that we do that is have a study hall program that is in person. I'm there to monitor it. I make sure that the guys are on task, make sure that they're working on the assignments they need to be working on, and make sure that they're completed and turned in on time. Along with that, they also can have their own tutoring. We have about 100 tutors on staff here. I would say that the majority of our student athletes that get tutoring help are the ones that want to be the best in the classroom. It's not necessarily the kid that is going to fail a class or get a D in a class. Some of the kids are kids that have A's and want A+, or have B's and want to stay on honor roll or Dean's List. We have many of those here at Virginia Tech, and ultimately graduation is the success day.
Through his daily maintenance, through my daily maintenance, and having our guys fill out weekly academic cards, we're able to monitor guys' progress, make corrections and adjustments along the way, and put them in a position to, again, be consistent in the classroom and graduate when they leave.
Obviously, one of the challenges with baseball is the draft. Students leaving after junior year. At Virginia Tech, we try to get them as close to graduation at junior year, so that way they have minimal classes to take when they come back. I also work with those students to make sure that they graduate when they come back.
All right, HokiesAllAccess.com, the place to go for all things Virginia Tech. Well, good peeps, that does it for this edition of Hokies All Access. I'm Jermaine Ferrell. Have a wonderful and blessed day and Easter, everyone, and go Hokies!